Depend on us.
Hi, this is John Prose. You're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning. It's Thursday, October 5th, and it's a rainy day today. You're gonna need an umbrella. Gonna need maybe a raincoat. Did not bring the raincoat.
I did.
You did?
It was in the car.
I still need to get a raincoat. Like I need that light kind of raincoat. I've got like a winter coat that's got some waterproof stuff, but I need that light jacket.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
Maybe you get one for Christmas.
I think that'd be too late. I mean, good for the spring, but not good for now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
all right.
Today is going to be rainy pretty much throughout the entire day into tomorrow. 80% chance for rain and storms, high 70. Later tonight, small chance for rain as well, low down to 52. Let's find out what's happening in the news this morning. WSJM News is brought to you by our friends at Cornerstone Alliance. See GoMichigan.com, Cornerstone Alliance.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Negotiators from the UAW are looking over a new offer from Ford as the strike against the big three automakers hits day 20. Ford says the offer includes pay raises of more than 20%, including a double-digit increase the first year, along with profit sharing for temporary workers and some additional job security provisions. Auto analyst John McElroy says there is concern that the new contract could hurt Ford's competitiveness in the future.
In my read of the situation, the automakers have provided the union with historic proposals here. In fact, Ford just announced it's given the union its seventh proposal. That's highly unusual in any kind of contract negotiation, that it takes 7 approvals to get to a deal.
UAW President Shawn Fain could announce an expansion of the strike later this week. A bridge project planned for this weekend in St. Joseph is now postponed. WSJM's Andrew Green reports.
The Michigan Department of Transportation has canceled the planned closure of the Washington Avenue Bridge over I-94 this weekend. Spokesperson Nick Sharippa tells us they had planned to do some epoxy sealing on the bridge, but the weather at night this weekend is expected to dip below 50 degrees. That means poor conditions for the epoxy to dry. MDOT's now looking to do the bridge project in the spring. The plan had been to close the bridge Saturday and reopen it in time for Monday morning. Now MDOT says, never mind. Andrew Green, WSJM News.
A fundraising event will be held later this month by the St. Joseph Youth Sports Foundation as it seeks to raise $2 million for a new youth sports complex. Group President Nicole Schmidt tells us they're building the complex on 40 acres at Maiden Lane and Hollywood Road in St. Joseph Township.
That includes racket football, flag football, baseball, and softball, along with a Miracle League field.
The initial goal for the sports complex is $2 million, just to break ground on the football fields and trails. However, the total goal is about $8 million for all of the amenities that will include a playground, a splash pad, and batting cages. Schmidt says the foundation is working with a fundraising firm, and set for October 21st is its first fundraising event to be held at North Pier Brewery.
And it's kind of a two-part thing. Earlier in the day, starting at 1 o'clock, we'll have a cornhole tournament. And then starting at 4 o'clock, we're going to do a tailgate party at North Pier for the Michigan State game.
The cornhole tournament will feature both adult and youth teams. The entry fee for adult teams, $50. The fee for youth teams, $25. Admission to the tailgate party is $40. You can register for either event at the St. Joseph Youth Sports Foundation website. Schmidt notes the fundraising effort has already attracted some big community support, with a $150,000 donation from Connie Hansen, a $100,000 donation from Deb and Jay Craig. It's also received a $115,000 anonymous donation. The hope is to break ground on the complex in the spring. If you won the lottery, would you want to remain anonymous?
Mm-hmm.
That was the debate in Lansing this week. A Michigan House bill was introduced that would not require multi-state lottery game winners to disclose their identities publicly if they won. State Representative Pat Outman supports the legislation.
Why is this bill necessary? Well, in today's digital age, maintaining privacy and ensuring personal safety have become paramount concerns. With the advent of the internet and social media platforms, it has become incredibly easy for anyone to access personal information about individuals, including lottery winners. This heightened visibility raises the risk of fraud, harassment, and even physical harm.
Currently, Michigan law allows people to remain anonymous if they've won $10,000 or more in a state-only lottery game. This legislation would protect those who win the bigger games that go across several states like Mega Millions and Powerball and the other kind of stuff. Doesn't that hurt the check and balance if you can't know somebody actually won?
No, because you just know somebody won.
You have to trust.
Yeah. You just say, no, somebody won.
It's like, okay, it's $1.4 billion for the Powerball this week. Oh, yeah, somebody won, but they're going to remain anonymous. Maybe we just pocketed. Maybe we had a bonus this week.
Yeah, they won. Yeah,
Right.
Somebody
Or,
maybe that's the other side of things is, when they keep saying, oh, it's $1.4 billion, it's getting a lot of people to sign up and buy those tickets.
Yeah.
Like, are they pocketing some of the winning numbers and saying, oh, yeah, wait, nobody won. I'm just going to put that in my pocket over there.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
That was pretty awesome, though. $1.4 billion.
You still thinking about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking I'd remain anonymous, but I think people would kind of notice it when I roll up in like a really sweet Bentley or something like that, and I have my own driver.
Hey,
like,
Johnny, nice driver.
where'd you get that car? Yeah.
Are those white wall tires?
I came into a large sum of money, an inheritance or something like that is what my excuse would be.
Yeah, great deal.
Great deal.
Parking lot.
It was used. A couple scratches on it. It's got it for still $500,000.
You wouldn't want this. Yeah.
It's a lemon. Coming up here in just a little while, always learning with our friends from Barry and Risa. We'll have a great chat about some great things they have going on, some cool programs. I'll also catch you up with sports. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and around the world with ABC News.
Still no Speaker of the House after the historic ouster of Kevin McCarthy. At least two other Republicans are vying for the job, Congressman Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan, with a government shutdown looming again early next month.
A lot of conservatives are going to press the next speaker to throw out the deal Kevin McCarthy made with Democrats in the White House on spending levels earlier this year. They're going to want spending cuts, and they're going to press the speaker, whoever he or she may be, to say it doesn't matter that this was passed into law. We're not going to do it.
ABC's Rachel Bade. Lawmakers are also divided over more funding for Ukraine. Funeral today for the late senator from California, Dianne Feinstein. It's been changed from a public memorial to a private service over security concerns. Feinstein died last week at 90 years old. She was the longest-serving woman in Senate history. And a FedEx cargo plane crashed last night in Chattanooga, Tennessee, with 3 people on board. They all survived without injury after the plane hit the airport runway and skidded off. I'm Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Your sports update on the morning show is brought to you by True Blue Financial. Independent, uncomplicated, dedicated.
The Major League Baseball wildcard round ends just after 2 games for all 4 series. All 4 series ending in sweeps. Yesterday it was Texas over Tampa Bay 7-1. Minnesota won their first series in 21 years by beating Toronto 2-0. Arizona won their series with a 5-2 win over Milwaukee. Arizona was the only team to win their series on the road. And Philadelphia beat Miami 7-1. The divisional series all begin on Saturday. NFL Thursday Night Football.
Well, good morning, everyone. Say good morning to, Teresa's here. Good morning, Teresa.
Hey, happy Thursday.
And good morning to everyone else. Feel free, if you're watching, to comment. Tell us not only if you want to just say a quick hey, or tell us where you're listening from. You don't have to say like what part of the house. You can just say the town. Like, well, I'm on the toilet right now.
I'm in the front foyer.
Yeah. Like every time I tell Jocelyn,
yeah,
hey, I'm home, I'm at work, she's like, are you in the bathroom when you send that? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I'm a take my phone to the bathroom kind of person. I sanitize.
I think everyone does.
Yeah,
I think everyone does. They just don't admit it.
We were talking about yesterday about the research and development of 5 years for the toilet paper perforation, which I think that could have taken a lot less than 5 years.
Yeah.
But anyways, why isn't there like some sort of apparatus or pocket or something like that you can put your phone in when you go to the bathroom? Like you have the phone case thing that you take when you go to the beach that's like keeps it waterproof.
Okay.
Why not? It's fully
My phone's
sanitized.
waterproof, by the way.
Well, yeah, so is mine. Yeah. Yeah. It's not new. They've
Is
been
it?
doing
Yours
that.
is waterproof?
Yeah,
too?
they started doing that like on the
This can
the
go
12s.
under like 6 meters under for 30 minutes.
I feel like that the phones these days are starting to be they're starting to be like the watches
Yeah.
when they're like, "Oh yeah, you can go this is a diver's watch, so I can go 400 meters." Are you ever going to
No.
do that?
No, absolutely not.
Not going to happen.
But
So
sorry, you want a sanitary pocket? Is
Yeah,
this,
some sort
are you
of
still
sanitary
taking it in the
pocket.
bathroom?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well, just put it in your pant pocket then.
No, but I want to play with it while I'm on the toilet.
Oh, you want to? I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want any.
So a disposable, flushable, sanitary pocket for your phone.
Yeah,
That's what you want.
absolutely. Made from corn because everything's made from corn.
Oh yeah.
And then it'll just flush down the toilet.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
So Charmin, where you at? Come up with the 4-ply toilet paper and then make one of the plies be a little pocket for your phone.
Let's see. Charmin engineer jobs. Let's see. Engineer jobs.
Because if you think about it, speaking of your phone, I mean, Steve Jobs, when he was around, he was very intelligent and would design. But one of his biggest things was, is this something that a human in the regular world is going to like? That's why the original iPhone was something you could hold in your hand, real nice. I think the iPhones are getting too big. That's why I haven't switched. But his whole big thing about any of the products that he was ever part of was like, is this user friendly? He really was thinking about all that stuff, not just the technology in there. Just how is every everyday person going to use that?
Every aspect of the human interaction, the human experience, absolutely. And from the closing of the they call it the clamshell, on your MacBook, where it just kind of does that whoosh.
Yeah,
it just feels so much better than the clunk of a PC.
And the sounds that the little ding and sound that it
all
makes,
that fun stuff. Yeah.
So the user experience is very important. So Charmin, if you want to give me a job in the research and development of just that type of thing.
So Charmin is owned by Procter and Gamble, and they do have entry-level electrical engineer positions open.
Okay.
Let's see what else they have.
I can do that.
Warehouse technician leader.
That's me.
Okay. You want to be a warehouse technician?
Yeah. I've worked in warehouses.
What does a warehouse technician do?
My guess is drive a forklift.
Oh.
And put toilet paper from one shelf to another shelf.
Okay.
That's probably all.
You've driven a forklift.
Mm-hmm.
I've driven a forklift.
Yeah.
I like driving a forklift.
I don't have a forklift certification.
Yeah, me either.
But I've driven many a forklift in many a jobs that
I
I've
didn't know
worked.
you needed one.
Some require it.
Eek.
Some of them, I think in one of the jobs that I had, they were like, yeah, you got to get certified. Really, it was just go with the supervisor and drive around and show them that you can take stuff off of shelves without breaking anything. And it took all 5 minutes.
My forklift job, I had to move. All I had to do was move frozen corn niblets. Frozen corn that were already shot, frozen, flash frozen, whatever, into a big container and move that from one place to a loading dock, the place where they were loaded to the loading dock.
Okay.
And let's see, in my short period as a forklift driver, I lost my keys under the corn when it was getting delivered, and then I did spill the corn at some point.
Your keys to your car, not the keys to the forklift.
That's right. I don't know how.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how. But maybe that's why you get certification. They teach you things like don't put your keys in whatever's getting loaded. Don't swing the corn thing too fast, otherwise it's going to spill.
Checking in on where people are watching from. Teresa says she's in Stevensville. She's watching.
Fantastic.
At the kitchen table in her house.
Very nice.
All right.
Very nice. Probably having breakfast.
I've seen one. I do watch forklift videos of people doing stuff, and there's like one forklift driver that can flip a quarter with the forks, the forks of the forklift. Yeah.
Wow.
Like he can go and pick up a quarter and then just right at the thing and just flip it. Pretty awesome. I am not that good of a forklift driver, but I was able to I didn't never run into anything.
So if you're paying the forklift driver you certainly want him to be good.
Yeah, accuracy is important.
Accuracy is very important. But how long did he spend learning how to flip a quarter on a forklift?
Yeah, you hope that he did it off the clock and he didn't use up too much of the fuel for the forklift. Hopefully, it was an electric one that he could drive around and just recharge.
Yeah,
because some of those, what do they run? They'll run on propane.
Yeah, natural gas
natural
of some
gas
sort.
of some kind. So, yeah.
Yeah, that always makes me nervous as well. You've got this big canister of fuel
right behind you.
And it's like, oh, don't back up too quick.
Right.
Did you see Commander bit somebody else? This is Joe Biden's dog.
Oh, Joe Biden's dog bit somebody?
Yeah, the president, let's see.
He's a dog.
Well, he's had several German Shepherds.
Right.
And a number of different times since he got into the White House, it's bit the Secret Service people.
Sure. Yeah, I've heard that.
So Biden's German Shepherd Commander removed from the White House after, let's see, Daily Mail is reporting they have exclusive photos showing him biting a staffer.
Like play biting or like, hey, don't mess with me.
The dog is confirmed to have bitten people at least 12 times. I'm going to assume that's not play biting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yikes. Removed from the White House.
Who's training these dogs? Are they, you'd think the president, especially the German Shepherds, because I mean, all presidents have different types of animals, cats, dogs, all those. But I mean, the German Shepherd, like, I would get a canine trained like a retired police dog or something like that. But I don't know who's training the dog. Can you just train the dog to not bite?
White House sources on Monday made the assertion that Commander, the German Shepherd, the cute, adorable, friendly dog that happens to bite people, targets members of the president's security detail because they have such unfriendly expressions. So they look like they're like, and they get bit.
Yeah, most dogs will bite somebody that they don't like and that aren't very nice people. So, I mean.
And you can't see their eyes because they're always wearing sunglasses.
Right.
Yeah, I don't blame the dog at all.
Yeah. It's a cute dog. All of his dogs are cute.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
We have our Always Learning segment right now on on the air. So you're getting exclusive content right here, right now. But check out that full podcast of Always Learning with our friends from Barry and Risa, because we have some really great conversations about a lot of different things that they have going on, different programs, stuff that you did not even know they do. I mean, I drive by Barry and Risa's offices in Berrien Springs every single day on my way home, and I've known about the great work that they've been doing, but there's a lot of stuff that I didn't even know. So go check that out. Do we want to listen in on on what's going on?
Yeah, let's do that.
Things that's wonderful, but a lot of times we have to work with maybe a picture communication exchange system, or we have to work with an iPad that has an app on it where they can point to different pictures and icons and communicate their needs that way. We also work with kids on just transitioning. A lot of times students with autism, they have trouble transitioning from one activity to another, or even just if they were in a local district, going from one classroom to the other, or going from the classroom to the lunchroom, or going from the lunchroom to the restroom, they have trouble just transitioning from one activity to the other. So we work a lot on them, just developing those transition skills, coping mechanisms, where again, other people may be able to, hey, I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm going to go take a little walk, or I'm going to take a little breath or something. They don't have those coping mechanisms. And so we teach them how to access those, what to do, which then helps with the behavioral issues. If they're able to communicate more and the behaviors issues are settled down, then we're able to teach them the academic skills that we want to.
And we're always learning with our friends at Barry and Risa, and we have Michelle Rubel, who is the ASD program supervisor and one of them. Now, you've talked about a lot of these skills, not only for life, but also for learning for education. But what about job skills? And also with that, where do they work, and what's the sort of skills are they learning?
We've got some great programs right now that our staff are going out to these different businesses and agencies around Berrien County. We have what's called a vocational training lab. And we have 2 classrooms. They're currently out at the Center for Growth and Independence in Benton Harbor. And that's our home base for them. But what they do is they go out to different job sites throughout Berrien County. So some places they go Subway in Berrien Springs. We have some students that are working out there.
Cool.
We have some students that go out to Silver Beach Pizza in St. Joe, and they're helping clean tables and wiping down chairs, cleaning the floors, all of that. We have kids that are going to the Southwest Michigan Community Action Agency, where they're packing boxes of food that then the agency then distributes out at different times during the week. Let's see, where else do they go? They go to Harding's and help to stock shelves. Yeah. They're going to Anytime Fitness. And again, just cleaning off equipment, kind of just making sure things are in order there. So they've just gone to so many different places. Oh, they'll go to the beach in St. Joe and they'll just go pick up trash and, just kind of help keep the community and the area clean. So
that's wonderful. Yeah. A lot of good jobs and a lot of great skills that they're learning as well. And walk me through a little bit of a typical day for a student that is in the ASD program.
So a day they'll come in on the bus generally. Sometimes a parent will bring them in, but generally they ride the bus. They come in the morning. We always have staff that are greeting them off the bus or out of their parents' vehicles, bringing them into the school. They'll do breakfast and they'll do some type of morning activity, just to get them settled for the day and get things going. And then throughout the day, really depending on which building they're in or which school building they're in, they will have some academic work. They'll focus on some social emotional learning. They will focus on communication building. They will, if it's an elementary school, they go out for recess. They'll go into the lunchroom. They'll do specials in those schools if the student is able to tolerate that. Gym, art class, music are always good ones they can go into. And then a lot of our classrooms will also try to schedule some field trips. So they're out and about in the community going to maybe, a kids museum or the Apple Festival is always a fun one that they go to. And then they're just building all those different activities in different breaks during the day. Lots of social skill work. Again, our kids with autism tend to, just want to keep to themselves a lot. They're not as aware of others around them. And, again, with those communication deficits and then maybe some other challenges they face, they're not prone to wanting others around them. So we kind of have to teach them, no, we want to be around you and we want you to be around others. And then that helps build their communication skills, their social skills. It helps with their behaviors, and it just helps them to be a little more independent as well. A lot of it too, daily living skills are things we work on, whether it's toileting, feeding, just tying your shoes, again, a lot of the things we take for granted, but those are some big skills and that we want our students to learn.
Absolutely. And Eric, I know you, like you said, you have a passion and skills in special education and a passion for that. So this has been a really fun conversation to learn about a lot of the great things with the ASD program.
It is. And, don't think just because you have autism spectrum disorder, you're in one of our programs. I think people are sometimes surprised that it's just a small percentage that are actually with us. A majority stay within their local school districts and they provide programming. They don't need the extensive supports that we provide.
That's wonderful. Yeah, this is just some of the great things that you have under the umbrella of Berrien RESA. If we want to learn more about the great things you guys do, where's a good place for us to find that?
BerrienRESA.org and then look for ASD program and you'll learn all you need to learn.
Just as the roots of a mighty oak run deep, Sturgis Bank is committed to seeing our hometowns flourish. We'll help you buy a home, start a business, or expand your company. Our commitment to local decisions.
How's everybody spending their rainy day today? Are you going and staying inside for as much as possible? Are you getting out there and enjoying it? Are you splashing puddles? Do adults still do that? I still do that.
Absolutely.
I have waterproof shoes, so I'll just splash, splash, splash all the time.
Yeah.
So you said you brought your raincoat today?
I did. It was
Nice.
it was in the car. I made it from the house to the garage.
Okay.
Only I didn't even get wet because it was just a little bit of rain.
Yeah.
But then by the time I pulled the car out of the garage, it was raining hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
So luckily you got the
the
raincoat.
Put the raincoat on before I got in the car and made it to work. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got like the Fisherman Gordon kind of.
I do. I have
slicker.
I have the
right?
Gorton Fisherman slicker. That's right. That's right.
The big old yellow hat.
It looks like I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yellow.
But yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
This
Wasn't it
wasn't
yellow?
It's black.
Was it black?
Yeah.
In
It's like
the
a
first
black
scene?
or a gray.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, you're probably
You
right.
can look back.
It's one of those Berenstein Bear things.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Is it Berenstein or Berenstain?
See?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Anybody want to comment on that? What's that called? That's called like the Mandela effect or
Yeah,
something?
I think that's it.
Where there's certain stuff where you're like, oh yeah, this person was in that movie. It's like, no, that was a different actor completely. Or
Yeah.
the different name, what it's called.
Yeah, like Three's Company.
Yeah. What about Three's Company?
There are 4 of them.
But the show's called Three's Company.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 different.
Yeah, Chrissy's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were there 2 different Janets?
I don't think so.
Just one Janet.
And was it were they the same name or was it a different person altogether?
I think it was a different, like her cousin or something.
Yeah.
Like
Because I like that better than like, say, Roseanne when they brought in a second Becky and they were just like, it's totally the same Becky.
Yeah.
No, it's a different actress altogether.
Yeah.
They made fun of that, I think, when they brought the show back and it was the Connors. I think they made a joke about it and they brought back both actresses. And I don't know how they did it because I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those where it's like, really?
The new
if you're
show
going to
or-
bring back another person,
The new show or the old show?
the new show, the
Yeah,
Connors.
I didn't watch the new show either.
Or I think it was back when because they brought back Roseanne and then Roseanne got canceled. And so they said, well, we still want to keep the show going. And they called it Connors. And I think is that still on TV?
I don't know. I think so.
I don't watch a lot of the primetime television. I watch most of the stuff on like Hulu and things.
I think that's what the networks are afraid of, is that nobody's watching anymore.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
like ratings of all those TV shows and things.
Unless
It's
it's
not
on-
even close to what it used to be.
Unless it's on Hulu or Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's like, network TV, I got to watch commercials. Nope.
I don't mind ads every once in a while.
I hate ads.
But I don't like watching. I don't like. I'm not one of those people anymore that's like, oh, it's 7:00. It's time to watch the show.
Yeah.
It's, hey, whenever I'm ready to watch it, I'm ready to watch it. We're in this very on-demand world that time doesn't matter, except for when it's sports. Sports, I need to watch that live.
Yeah.
I don't watch replays of a sports ball game.
And the commercials feel different during a sporting event. They're
Yeah.
like a break.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah.
Because like football, they'll run the ball and then they'll take 5 minutes break. Every time you watch it, you're like, oh yeah, how much time is left in the game? Oh, there's only like 6 minutes left. 6 minutes when you're watching a football game translates to about 35
At
minutes.
least. Yeah. Yeah.
I walk the dog and it's like, okay, there's 2 minutes until halftime. We can wait. Nope, I need to go now. So I go walk the dog. And then when I get back 10 minutes later of walking the dog, I come back. Oh, there's 30 seconds left in the game. Look at that. All right, we got to get back to the show.
Morning show with Jonny and Ken, WSJM.
Well, good morning. It's 7:30 and a very rainy day today. You're going to need your umbrella. You're going to need the slicker. You're going to need it's a galoshes kind of day, I think, actually. You got to get those too.
I like that we get to water down the dust and maybe pollen or whatever else has been floating around.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Yeah, I've been feeling it.
I've been sneezing, coughing. I wake up and I've got the all that stuff in there. Cloudy today, 80% chance for some rain and thunderstorms. High 70 tonight, clouds and a chance for some rain as well with a low down to 52. What's going on in the news this morning? Let's find out.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Here's a look at some of the stories we're covering for you today. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Michigan, Mark Totten, Wednesday announced a federal grand jury has returned an indictment charging Terrence Turner, 28 years old, of Benton Harbor, with 2 counts of being a convicted felon in possession of firearms. The indictment alleges that Turner possessed 2 handguns. One was loaded at the time of arrest in August of 2023. The maximum possible penalty for each count is 15 years in prison. In a statement, Totten said, "We are serious about stopping the proliferation of illegal firearms, especially in West Michigan communities that are combating high rates of violent crime, such as Benton Harbor. We will use all the tools at our disposal," Totten said. More candidates are filing for public office in Berrien County. 2 filings of note. The Berrien County Clerk's Office confirms that Jason Long of Berrien Springs has filed to run for sheriff. He's currently a deputy within the sheriff's department. Filing to run for Berrien County Clerk is City of Bridgman Clerk Sheila Wrights. And a fundraising event. Excuse me for a second. Sorry.
See, I told you it's that phlegm. It's all that.
It's more of the pollen leaf stuff coming in. My apologies. A fundraising event will be held this month by the St. Joseph Youth Sports Foundation as it seeks to raise $2 million for phase 1 of their new youth sports complex. This is just the initial phase of the project. The overall cost is expected to come in closer to $8 million. The fundraiser is October 21st at North Pier Brewing. And that's just a glance at some of the stories we're covering for you today.
That sounds like a fun event.
Doesn't it sound like fun? Mm-hmm. Yeah, North Pier Brewing. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
We'll catch you up with sports here in just a moment. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the state with the Michigan News Network.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Greg Bowman. Ford announcing another round of layoffs today, citing the UAW strike as the reason. 350 workers at the Livonia transmission plant, another 50 at the Sterling axle plant being told not to come to work. Ford says the strike at their Chicago assembly plant is the reason for this round of layoffs. In Michigan, drivers can no longer hold or use a cell phone while operating a vehicle, but distracted driving still happens. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety turned to technology to track driver habits.
It's important to know how big the problem is and where it's happening. And so having this more accurate data of where people are driving distracted and how much is really happening can help us deploy those resources in the most efficient way to be able to get at that problem.
Jessica Cicchino of the Insurance Institute says they use camera technology, AI, and other data to monitor major roadways for driver cell phone use. No ticket matched all 6 numbers in last night's Powerball drawing, so the jackpot rolls over to $1.4 billion for Saturday. I'm Greg Bowman for the Michigan News Network.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
A massive healthcare worker strike in California. 75,000 Kaiser Permanente workers walking out.
Yeah, it's one of those days where you blech. Are you still one of those people that like you're afraid to sneeze or cough on the air? Like sometimes, like
I don't know that
you try to hold off like doing it.
I don't think so because I do enjoy sneezing.
Yeah,
I do enjoy sneezing.
I've had only a few times over like 17 years that I've been doing this where I've had a show that I'm doing and then like I have a sneeze that I cannot stop. And so I'll be like, hey, blah, 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 radio station. And of course I have to wipe down everything after that.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, it's awful.
You
Like,
use your cough pocket.
no, I do that,
Okay.
but it's like, you anticipate that like, man,
Yeah.
I really hope that I can get through this song or get through this talk break or whatever without sneezing. And of course, right when you start to open the microphone, you just hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
I actually one time sneezed, and I don't know if I was live streaming or if I was just on the air. Somebody called and was like, "Bless you."
That's nice.
And then I had friends that told me later, they were like, "Yeah, when you sneezed, I said bless you to the radio."
God, it's raining again. Look at that.
Yeah, the rain is coming down quite a lot this morning.
Yeah. Have you ever stifled sneezes by like just you do the internal sneeze instead? Where
Yeah.
you risk blowing your eyeballs out?
Yeah, I try not to do that.
Yeah.
I got to let it go.
Yeah.
But I found that if I say I'm going to sneeze, like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, I'm going to sneeze, that's usually when it stops. And it doesn't happen.
My oldest son, Stuart, stifles his sneezes, and it drives me crazy because I said, "You're going to give yourself an aneurysm. Stop
so
that."
when he's sneezing, he's just
Yeah, he just.
no.
And it's like, no, why would you do that?
You got to blow out your eardrums.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't let it go,
Sneeze.
man.
Sneeze. Enjoy, because it releases endorphins that protect your spine from the impact.
He doesn't want his soul to leave his body.
I guess not.
Because that's why they say bless you and things like that, right? Because they say that when you sneeze, your soul is leaving your body. And if you say bless you, it slaps it back up.
That I don't know about, but I do know the reason why you cover your mouth when you yawn is to protect the devil from coming in. You don't stop the devil from coming in. That's what that was the old belief.
Oh, I thought it was like stopping ghosts from like putting their finger in your mouth.
Could be the same thing. Could be the same thing.
Somebody throwing popcorn
I do that
in your
to my
mouth.
dog. You ever do that to your dog when
Oh,
he
yeah.
or she is yawning?
All
You
the time.
I put my hand in the mouth as they're yawning.
Yeah, my dog hates that. He hates that.
It's so much fun.
He just gives you that look afterwards, like,
why you do
not
that?
again. God, you got me.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, the allergies have been bad. I don't know what it is. If it's just stirring up all the allergies and all the different things, because I mean, been mowing the lawn and stuff, but I just don't know why it's still so prevalent.
You know why it is?
No,
because everyone has got their stupid leaf blower out.
That's true.
Blowing leaves all around the counties.
That's true.
That's what it is. Yeah. So if we stop leaf blowing, allergies will go down precipitously. Well, anyway, it's raining, so it's good.
Yeah, no, that's good. And my trees have not been changing just yet. The leaves have not changed, so I'm worried that it's going to snow before I actually get to rake up my leaves, and I hate that.
That's a big mess.
Yeah,
that's a big mess.
By the way, did you sign up for Rake a Difference Day?
I think I'm
for
busy.
United Way.
I might be busy that day.
I'm busy that day.
What day are you doing it?
See, I knew you'd be one of those people. Sorry, I can't do it.
I got to rake my own leaves. I'll look at it.
November 9th is when it's happening.
Okay, I will look at it. I will check.
You check it
because
out.
I do like getting outside and doing that.
I sent an email. So
I saw the email. I saw the email.
Do my emails to you go to the same way that your emails to me go, where they just go straight into the junk folder?
I don't even know if I receive all my emails because I got a whole slew of them. And I think it's because I pulled extra hours last week. I got a whole slew over the weekend. It's like, oh, these people reached out Wednesday. Yeah, they need an answer.
Oh, really? They were emails
I don't know.
that
I was getting the little red exclamation point on my thing a lot last week.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyway, but no, I read your emails.
I get a lot of emails all the time.
Then I file them.
Then you file them away into the junk folder
to be considered later.
Yeah. You flag them. You flag them not for follow up. You flag them for never going to respond to that ever again. Yeah. So sorry to anybody that I do that to.
Oh, you don't do that.
I do that to a lot of people.
No, you don't.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Teresa says, my dog would lick my nose every time I sneezed.
Gross.
That is a little gross.
But tasty
It's
for the dog.
Cute. Yeah. The dog does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog, he doesn't like the finger in the mouth thing or the hand in the mouth thing.
Yeah, I put
well,
the
for
whole
me,
hand
it's not the hand because he's so tiny. I'd have to put a pinky in there.
Yeah.
To put my hand, dude, that's not good. Yeah. Well, hope everybody's having a great day. We still got a lot of things to talk about this morning.
Moody in the market. We should talk about the ARS Arts and Culture Center fundraiser.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be a neat deal.
Do you see that there is pink Pepto-Bismol like wetlands in Australia?
I saw you noted that.
Yeah.
I don't know what in the world that is.
Yeah, there apparently is a swamp in the Australian wetlands that is turned bright pink, and they're not sure what the cause. They said they narrowed it down to either a nearby dump or a strange strain of algae that made the wetlands look like a bathtub filled with Pepto-Bismol. And I've heard about that before, where there's this type of algae that causes things to be like a pink color.
To turn pink?
Yeah, it's weird.
Is it the algae that's pink?
I don't know if it's the algae or if it's the algae, and then you combine that with whatever else is in the water, and then it's just that chemical reaction of pink.
Oh, I'm looking at a picture of this. It is bright pink.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. One headline has the Pepto-Bismol reference. Another says strawberry milk.
Ugh.
Oh, and here's another one. One says Queensland wetland turns Barbie pink for a limited time only.
Oh, they'll sell that for sure on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show.
To rain this evening, then we'll dry out overnight. We'll see some sun tomorrow morning to start, but we're back to rain Friday afternoon and evening with a high of 60. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Hey, good morning. We got your chance to win tickets to see William Shatner at the Mendel Center. He is going to be there to watch Wrath of Khan with you and talk about a lot of other things. You can actually win those tickets by going to WSJM.com and the WSJM app. Just go to the contest page. A lot of things going on this morning. We talk about new technology all the time. Yesterday, we talked about special perforation for toilet paper, which I thought was fascinating.
Groundbreaking.
And we'll talk about a lot of artificial intelligence stuff as well, how they're integrating that into all kinds of technology. I had that happen to me just the other day with the Zoom meeting that you mentioned this, where it will tell you everything about the meeting.
Yes, the artificial
So it's
intelligence will summarize the meeting.
Yeah, and it says, "Oh, well, this is what happened in the meeting."
Yep.
But that's only when you're the host of it, right?
That's right.
See, I wasn't the host of this one, so all I saw was, "Hey, this AI whatever is on."
Yep.
So I started saying random things, so that it just totally messed up the AI.
And what you can do on that, you can let's say the host's name is Bob.
Yeah.
Let's say it's Bob from downstairs, and you can say, "Oh yeah, Bob. So you've agreed to call Alice Cooper and schedule a luncheon buffet where he'll perform, right?" Huh? And then we'll just move on. No, just kidding. And in the end of the meeting, it'll have action items. Yeah, Bob agreed to do this.
That's awesome.
Funny.
Well, speaking of artificial intelligence now invading, I think they've gone too far. They're invading our grill. The world's first AI grill.
Like the barbecue grill?
Yeah, like the barbecue grill.
Okay.
Not our grill like our teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not that.
Okay.
A British company created the world's first artificially intelligent grill. This grill can cook a perfect steak, they say, in less than 2 minutes.
Jeez.
It cooks vertically, unlike your regular grill, and you won't need to flip it at all.
How do you get the grill marks?
It's probably it sounds like it's a toaster. Like I can grill my my steak vertically.
A steak toaster.
Yeah, just pop it in the toaster. That's basically what it sounds like. If you're not a red meat eater, it can cook 50 other foods like pizza, fish, and chicken. And it's going to cost you about $3,500.
So first AI took our jobs, then it took our imagination. Now it wants to take over our grill.
Oh yeah,
I don't think so.
You should see this thing. It looks like a toaster. Yeah, it's called the Perfecta, the world's largest Perfecta with an A, perfect with an A.
Yeah.
The world's first AI-powered grill. Yeah, it just looks like a glorified toaster. You just kind of, my guess is you just put it in a little compartment thing, little slot. You clamp it down and you slide it through the thing. And it's got little heaters on each side.
If you were to be, that's how you get the grill marks on it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got the clamp thing that you put the steak in so it can sit vertically.
And then that thing
has
gets
the cross
hot.
hatches.
Yep.
Yeah. And so it just burns in like that. Well, I mean, that's fine if you have a party and you want to make sure everyone gets their fine steak and everything else. But I mean, they know the reason you grill is not so it can be easier.
No.
It's so that you can show off your culinary skills.
Yeah, you socialize.
Yeah.
And I doubt that this AI grill clinks the little tongs to check and make sure they're working.
Well, yeah, you got to
it'll
clink the tongs.
Yeah, you have to. Jocelyn the other day when I think I was grilling a steak or something like that. She said, if you clink those tongs one more time, do you have to do them literally every time you walk through the room? Well, yeah, I got to make sure they're working.
My favorite part is the tongs have the securing latch at the top, the lock is popping that thing open.
Same thing.
Going, that's a lot of fun.
That's all. I do that every time.
Gotta
With
pop it
the
open.
same techniques. Look at that. So
yeah.
$3,500 though. I don't know if
Woof.
that's going to set you back quite a lot. Well, if you win the lottery, then you can get that.
How much is the egg? You know, the ceramic egg barbecue thing?
Oh, the big green egg?
Yeah, the big green egg.
Those are pretty expensive as well.
Egg.
I think they're a couple thousand.
Price. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they started at 1,000 for the bigger ones.
Dang.
Then they go up to 2,500. So the big green egg is, let's say it's $1,700,
Mhm.
but you can get an AI, so you have a foolproof steak cooker for $3,500.
This makes sense in an apartment complex, maybe that you could, but yeah, the grill marks, all that. It's like you could probably do this and save yourself a lot of money by putting your steak in a toaster.
Can I venture to say, if you don't know how to cook a steak, maybe you shouldn't be eating it?
Exactly.
Okay.
And also, if you don't like your steak medium rare, you can't come to my party.
Yeah. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
medium rare look like to you?
Good.
Is
Delicious.
it pink? Is it still mooing?
There's a little pink in the middle.
Okay.
I mean, that's rare if it's still mooing.
Well, rare to me is the outside has the sear,
Yeah.
and then it's totally moo
Right.
on
Yeah.
the inside. Medium rare, it's starting to turn pink, but it's still a little
Yeah,
bit
it's like in a
raw
little
in
hour
the
later.
middle.
Yeah.
It's still a little raw in the middle. If
Yeah.
you go medium rare at some restaurants, this was again back when you used to indulge in
Mhm.
carnivorous activity. They would cook it like pink all the way through. That's well done. I mean, not pink, but just like
Yeah.
cooked all the way through. It's like, no,
No,
that's
no,
a
no, no.
tough piece of belt leather.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah. I send that back.
Yeah,
If
you got to
it's not-
send that back.
Yeah, I like my my burgers medium and my steaks medium rare.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, medium rare is the way to go. That's
think
the way
so.
you enjoy a steak.
I think so.
Well done.
Or a mushroom.
If you gotta put ketchup on it or steak sauce or something like that on your steak, don't even bother coming to my party.
What about Heinz 57?
No.
Love the taste
No.
of that stuff.
Yeah, not on that. I'd maybe put a little bit of that on my burger, but not on steak.
You can dip it a little.
No, you don't need anything else. Steak needs nothing.
Just
If
dip
you
it a
cook it right, steak doesn't need anything. Other things going on in the news. Did you hear about this? Well, we heard a beep beep on our phones yesterday at 2:20, but people over in Russia,
Yeah.
they heard a much scarier sound
Yeah.
because apparently Russia also conducted a test of its emergency
What,
alert
when
program.
we did, it copied us?
I guess.
Oh, geez.
But it upped the terror factor for people a lot. It blared on people's phones and interrupted radio and TV, but Russia also blasted their own over loudspeakers as well. And it sounded, I won't even play the sound for you. It sounded much like what you would hear when they're testing, like when they test the emergency sirens.
Oh, for the nuclear
their
plant?
nuclear plant. It sounded like that.
Oh, geez. I bet the Russians were scared about that.
Yeah, that's crazy that they decided, yeah, we'll do that. Like, and I doubt there was any sort of warning ahead of time. Like we were warning people way ahead of time. Hey guys, 2:20, this is going to happen.
Yep.
They were probably like, "Boo."
Well, and they've got to, I mean, if they're doing a national test,
Mhm.
Russia's got to go from Europe to far reaches of Asia, basically Alaska.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder if they had siren. They probably had all kinds of problems.
Yeah. More
can only
problems than the steak cooker, the automatic steak cooker. That's like a George Foreman grill kind of thing. Like I'm surprised that's not on like the Home Shopping Network.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
All right, well, we got a lot more things to get to here in just a little bit. We'll have your Moody on the Market update next. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
The WSJM Sports Player of the Week.
Our WSJM Sports Player of the Week is Landon Rogers of River Valley Cross Country. Landon is a sophomore at River Valley High School. During last week's Berrien County Cross Country meet, River Valley came in second place in the boys' race. Landon came in fourth overall. He was the first underclassman to finish and only beaten by 3 seniors with a time of 16:37.1. And as a freshman, he placed 17th in the state finals. Landon is also a member of the Mustangs track and field team, baseball and basketball teams. In the classroom, he carries a 3.7 grade point average. Our WSJM Sports Player of the Week is Landon Rogers of River Valley High School Cross Country.
The WSJM Sports Player of the Week is presented by New Heights Auto Repair with a purpose, and the St. Joseph and South Haven Banking Centers of Sturgis Bank, your community bank. They value each opportunity to serve you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It started out as free.
But then they said it would only be a few cents a day.
What you're hearing is real, and it may be happening to you.
It ended up being a lot.
These are the voices of NADS.
I pay for streaming video, cloud storage, streaming audio. Where does it end?
This is the sound of nickel and diming syndrome. It is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
I just want to hear my music. Is that so wrong?
There is hope. For millions of people, there is radio.
Radio?
Radio. With 0 down and 0 per month, radio delivers all the music, news, and entertainment you want when you want it for free. No usernames, passwords, or Wi-Fi connection required.
Here's my credit card number. It's 5462.
Shh, don't speak. When you listen to WSJM, you'll never need that.
This is so wonderful.
Yes, it is. The cure for nickel and diming syndrome.
I could use a hug.
It's radio. No subscription required.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
When you want to know Southwest Michigan's business, you can find it at moodyonthemarket.com. We always like to tell you about all kinds of great things happening, whether it be businesses, events, great things happening in our community. The little slice of life.
Yeah.
Right here, and important people you should know about too. Moody on the Move series is great as well. You can see Zach East talking with the folks from Our Lady of the Lake and past recipients of 40 Under 40, Best Places to Work, and Bold Women of Business, which I believe will be announcing the new class of Bold Women of Business. My guess, sometime later this month, I think.
Well, if Zach East is listening, schedule your time now because slots are filling up.
Yep, exactly. We'll get you on there.
Yeah.
But your Moody on the Market update, where we tell you about some of the great stories, is brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
And we're talking about the annual ARS Arts and Culture Center fundraiser. It's happening October 14. How important is it? It's life-changing. That's how Anna Russo-Sieber, founder and executive director of ARS Gallery Arts and Culture Center in Benton Harbor, describes the work her organization does through its youth programs. Now, Russo-Sieber started offering summer youth programs in the early 2000s at the Box Factory in St. Joseph. But by 2010, she was looking for a new, albeit temporary, location to continue her work. She chose an industrial space in the Benton Harbor Arts District. And after starting what was supposed to be a 2-week rental, Russo-Sieber is still in the same location today, loving it. She's at Territorial and 5th Streets.
Yeah, she said the goal to come to Benton Harbor was to reach out to the underserved youth in Benton Harbor. Right away, we had 28 youth in the first camp that we sponsored, and I wasn't a nonprofit yet. We just found our way to raise funds and support the teachers and art supplies and just everything involved. Soon after starting those camps, Russo-Sieber established ARS Arts and Culture Center, a 501c3 not-for-profit organization with the purpose of providing a local community arts center to promote, develop, and implement cultural, visual, fine arts, and arts education to the community with a focus on at-risk youth in Benton Harbor and surrounding communities.
They have a number of programs for both young and old. Some of those programs, Resolution Through Art, Young Teen Mixed Media, Adult Painting Class, College Prep Portfolio, Nonviolence Programs, Women Empowering Women 2023. They also bring in an international flavor as well. They've had Italian film viewing and a taste of Germany, which included apparently a chock full of meat charcuterie board.
Oh, man, I missed it.
You missed that one.
Dang
I
it.
bet they'll have it
Bring
again
it back.
if you ask real nice. In support of ARS's programs, Russo Sieber is hosting a fundraiser October 14. It starts at 5 p.m. This is going to be a nice thing. There's going to be champagne at the door, a lot of friendly faces, a lot of artwork, some good tapas. Mason jars going to be there, a few others. This annual fundraiser takes place at ARS Gallery, located at 147 5th Street, Benton Harbor. Admission is $125 per person. Tickets can be purchased in advance online. We have a link to that in our story that's on moodyonthemarket.com.
Very nice. Go check that out and support a great thing happening in our community. Our update for Moody on the Market is brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles. We'll catch you up with news, sports, and a whole lot more. And also we will plan our weekend with our friends from St. Joe today, coming up after 8 as well.
We're watching over you. Yeah.
All righty.
They're going to have, I didn't mention it in that Moody on the Market piece, but they're going to have both a silent auction and a live auction.
Ooh.
For local artwork, local and well-renowned artwork from around the nation, but original pieces of artwork. Also, they have skateboards there for sale.
Dang.
They don't have the trucks on them or the wheels or anything, but they have the boards with artwork and printed lithographed or something on them. So really cool looking.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway,
Did you have a skateboard as a kid?
I did. I had a couple of them.
What did you have on the bottom of it?
Nothing. Made in Japan, I think.
Oh, it didn't have any artwork or anything?
No. There was the banana board, and then that was a plastic one, and then what else? I don't know. There was something else. Eventually, I turned the skateboard into one of those. I put an apple crate on it and
nice.
Kicked it down the street. So,
there you go.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I had probably the coolest skateboard that I wish I still had.
Okay.
It had Bruce Lee on the bottom.
No
of it.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it had
fun.
Bruce Lee, and then it was like Bruce Lee with like a dragon that came around. Oh man, it was so cool.
That is cool.
Probably worth something these days.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, you don't realize the toys and the things that you have. You don't have that foresight of this is going to be worth something someday. You're just like, this thing's so cool right now. I'm just going to beat the crap out of it.
Well,
there's like so many toys that I wish I had, like Power Rangers back when those came out. I was like, these are great, but I wish I would have held on to it. I wish I would, nowadays, like, or even back when I was a kid, I wish I would have bought one to play with and one to put in storage. Like, I'm going to put this in a time capsule.
Well, what do you mean? Because the box is worth something?
No, the whole thing's worth something. Yeah, you got to keep the box
Got to
pristine.
keep the box pristine, otherwise.
Yeah. Is that why you keep the boxes of everything that you have?
I used to keep the boxes for everything I had. Then I watched Hoarders for a while, and I thought, okay, I got to throw the boxes away.
Like, do you keep when you get a new phone, how long do you hold on to that box for that phone?
2.5 seconds.
Really? You
Yeah, it's
toss
gone.
it?
Yeah.
Man, I keep mine.
Why?
Just in case I got to send it back for something.
No.
Because before you actually I think you had to put it back in the box and send it away. You had to take all the stuff with you.
I will say I love Apple's packaging. Ever since they started, it's always been simple and minimal.
Yeah.
It's been beautiful.
I just hate now that they're like, hey, you know what? You take care of buying the charger. we'll just give you the phone because we're trying to be more environmentally friendly.
Sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to be sustainable, stop creating new phones every year. Do that.
Point well taken.
Create the Lego phone. Create the phone where it's like, hey, here's a modification for you. Boom. Get the new mod for the new phone.
I do like that idea. Even if they change out the chips, just make the phone where it splits in half. Or you can it splits in half this way.
Yeah.
So that you can take off the old chip, put on the new chip.
Yep.
And the same case will still fit. I don't have to buy a new case.
Yeah, and then if you want, if you all of a sudden they make some revolutionary new type of screen, you just pop, done. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Because if you got to think about it, instead of building, even if you just decided to do the back where it's like, okay, you pop the back off, here's the new thing. Just doing that, they'll cut their production in half as far as the amount of product that they're using, plastic and pieces and all that stuff. So that right there, more sustainable.
Yeah.
Engineers that are watching, come up with I have seen some phones. I think was it Motorola? I think one of Motorola's phones like a few years ago, they had an idea like that where it was like a modification where it's like, oh, you want a bigger battery? Here's this thing. You pop this thing on there. Oh, you want this other thing?
Yeah.
Here's this new thing.
Well,
so
yeah.
anyways.
But if you don't subscribe to regular updates, how do they make money off you?
All right, everybody, we got to get back to the show, and we're going to end the live stream here.
All right.
So you have a great day. Stay dry out there. All right, just past 8. It's the